Góðan daginn og velkomin. Ég heiti Eva Ruza og ætla að stýra þessum viðburði hjá okkur í dag sem á eflaust eftir að vera fræðandi fyrir okkur og leiki okkur hlýtt í hjarta. Ef ég þekki starf SOS Barnaþorpanna vel, þá mun það gefa okkur hlýtt í hjarta. Og áður við vindum okkur í Sonam, þá langar mig til að segja ykkur örlítið frá minni SOS reynslu, en hún var nokkuð mikil eftir síðasta árið. En ég hef verið stolt styrktaraðforeldri, 2 barna út í heimi ég held að séu 13 ár. Mér minnir að séu 13 ár, ég glemdi að láta Hansa flettaði upp áður en ég kom hérna. En það svona cirka 13 ár. Og ég einnig velgjörða sendiherra SOS hér á Íslandi ásamt góðu fólki. Og ég var svo heppin að vera fengin í það verkefni að ferðast til Króatíu, en pabbi minn kemur frá Króatíu, þar sem ég ásamt systurum mínum heimsóttum styrktarbörnin okkar sem búa öll í sama þorpi í Króatíu og úrvarð stórkostlegur, þó ég segi sjálf frá, sjónvarpsþáttur sem var sýndur á RÚV fyrr á árinu og ótrúlega auðvelt að muna nafni á honum, Eva Ruza í Króatíu. Þannig að þið getið farið á sarpin og fundið þáttinn þar. En í þeirri ferð fékk ég að sjá starf barnaþorpanna. Við fengum þetta bara beint í æð, að fylgjast með og heyra og sjá þetta óeigingjörna starf sem unnið í kringum barnaþorpin, ásamt því að sjá hvernig börnin lifa, hvernig lífið dagsdaglega. Við fengum að spjalla við SOS mæður og ég get sagt ykkur það að koma bara inn á heimili í SOS Barnaþorpi, þetta að koma eins og bara inn á, þið getur bara komið inn á mitt heimili, það lítur næstu alveg eins út eins og í SOS-þorpunni í Króatíu. Þetta bara heimili og ég veit ekki, við systurnar vorum búin að ímynda okkur kannski eins og við verum að koma inn á okkur svona stofnunar. Þið veitir svona að maður kemur inn á spítala, einhvern veginn þannig fílingur væri inn á heimilunum, en þetta bara notaleg heimili. Allt í skreytt í frósin, þar sem stelpurnar voru legokubbar og bara börnin hafa allt til alls. Og ég geti staðið hérna uppi langt fram á kvöld og sagt ykkur frá minni upplifun, en þið verður bara að fara á sarpin og RÚV og horfa á þáttinn, af því að hann mun, ég grét þegar ég horfði á sjálf og mig gráta í sjónvarpinu, það var mjög skrítið. En við erum hins vegar komin, hingað hins vegar komin kona sem hefur búið í barnaþorpi SOS og það einnig gaman að segja ykkur frá því að þetta í fyrsta sinn sem að hún ferðast út fyrir landsteina Indlands og gaman að leiðinar hafi leið hingað fyrst og ég guðslifandi fegin að hún búin að fá gott veður, geti sagt ykkur. Það enda stormur á leiðinni, en hún allavega búin að sjá Ísland upp á sitt besta. En aðalgestur þessa viðburðar Sonam Gangsang sem ólst að stórum hluta upp í SOS Barnaþorpunni í borginni Leh í héraðinu Leh-Ladakh, innlandsmegin við landamærina Tíbet. Þarna eitt af mörgum samfélögum Tíbeta í útlegð sem foreldrar Sonam einmitt. Hún eitt af 9 börnum foreldra sinna sem öll eru dætur. Vegna mikillar fátæktar að þá gátu foreldrar hennar ekki séð fyrir öllum börnunum sínum sem hver fór í heimavistaskóla, en Sonam fór ásamt 2 systrum sínum í barnaþorpi þar sem þær eignuðust nýtt heimili, SOS móður, systkini og trygga skólagöngu. En SOS Barnaþorpin reka líka skóla. Eins og í öllum SOS Barnaþorpum það fólk út í heimi, SOS-foreldrar, eins og við erum hérna öll inni, sem tryggja börnunum framfærslu með framlögum sem gefa þeim þetta góða líf sem þau lifa. Svo fór að eitt af SOS-foreldrum Sonam, Ingibjörgu Steingrímsdóttur í Kópavogi, Ingibjörgu Steingrímsdóttur í Kópavogi og hófið þar að skrifast á og myndust sterk vináttu tengsl þeirra á milli. Ingibjörgu gafst svo óvænt tækifæri á að heimsækja Sonam í barnaþorpi árið 2008. Ingibjörg styrkti Sonam svo til framhaldsnáms og í stuttu máli það varð það til þess að Sonam útskrifaðist með kennaramenntun. Starfaði hríð sem kennari en vinnur í dag í menntamálaráðuneyti Tíbet í Dharamsala. Hún næstu því forseti, hún svo flott. Alvörunni. Í þeirri borg staðsett tíbetska ríkisstjórnin í útlegð, en Sonam starfar sem samhæfingarstjóri lestrarkennslu yngstu barnanna í 45 tíbetskum skólum á Indlandi og í Nepal. Þetta eru stór og mikil áhrif sem stuðningur Ingibjargar við Sonam hafði. Sonam nú hingað komin til Íslands og við viljum gefa SOS-foreldrum á Íslandi tækifæri til að hlusta á hana og spyrja hana spurninga lífið í barnaþorpinu og ólíka menningu þeirra við það sem við þekkjum hér á Íslandi. Og eins og ég sagði áðan verið alveg óhrædd við að kasta fram spurningum. Það engin spurning léleg. En hér með okkur líka Hans Steinar Bjarnason, upplýsingafulltrúi SOS Barnaþorpanna á Íslandi og sem tekur við öllum almennum spurningum sem við kemur SOS Barnaþorpunum. En Hans hefur séð skipulagningun á þessari heimsókn og Hansi, hvernig hefur hún gengið?
Sko, þessi heimsókn búin að ganga náttúrulega vonum framar. Sonam kom hingað á sunnudaginn. Ég sótti hana út á flugvöll og maðurinn hennar með henni og lítill 4 ára sonur þeirra. Og þau eru búin að gera hérna eitt og annað, en náttúrulega hápunktur ferðarinnar var í fyrradag þegar Sonam fór og hitti Ingibjörgu og þær hafa einu sinni hist áður sem var 2008 og þá átti Ingibjörg óvænta leið til Leh-Ladakh og þær höfðu verið að skrifast á í mörg ár, en núna, og eins og Sonam sagði í þessu viðtali sem í þessu blaði sem ég hvet ykkur öll til að taka með ykkur heim ef þið eru ekki með það nú þegar, að hana langaði til að koma til Íslands, það var hennar æðsti draumur að koma til Íslands og hitta Ingibjörgu einu sinni enn. Og þetta gerðist í fyrradag og þetta var tekið upp fyrir sjónvarp og verið sýnt í Landanum á RÚV og núna í september. Þannig að þetta búið að ganga allt saman mjög vel, en þessi heimsókn hún mikilvægur þáttur í kynningarstarfi fyrir SOS Barnaþorpin á Íslandi og verður vonandi til þess að fleiri Íslendingar gerist SOS-foreldrar og gerir samtökunum þar með kleift að sjá enn fleiri umkomulausum börnum fyrir góðu heimili og fjölskyldu og menntun og öllu sem því fylgir að vera í barnaþorpi. En við förum alltaf varlega með söfnunarfé hjá SOS á Íslandi og allstaðar og þess vegna vil ég nota tækifærið og þakka nokkrum fyrirtækjum sem hafa gert okkur kleift að bjóða Sonam hingað til lands. Og þetta eru fyrst og fremst bókunarsíðan Dúhopp, það þarf að fljúga hingað, jú. Og svo það Oddsson Hotel og svo vil ég líka þakka 66 gráðum norður, ferðaskrifstofunni Icelandia, Skylagoon og Flyover Iceland. Þannig að þið sjáu að það er mikil og skemmtileg upplifun sem að þau eru að fá hér í sinni fyrstu utanlandsferð.
Geggjað. En Ingibjörg gat því miður ekki verið með okkur hér í dag, en barnabarnið hennar, hún Rakel Tanja, það hins vegar og var viðstödd endurfundi þeirra í fyrradag. Rakel, komdu til mín. Sko, þið Sonam voru pennavinkonur. Og þú sagði mér áðan að hún hefði verið miklu betri í ensku en þú. Þú átti fullt í fangi með að lesa bréfin frá hana því hún var svo góð í ensku.
Já, það var eiginlega þannig. Þegar við erum að skrifast á, þá er ég svona 12-13 ára og hún er 2 árum eldri og hennar kunnátta var svo langt yfir minni að ég átti bara fullt í fangi með að skilja bréfin frá henni en lagði mig alla fram með skrifinni tilbaka en sníklapóstur fyrir 25 árum pluss, það kannski hægði svolítið á okkar samskipti en ég hefði bara aldrei trúað að við myndum nokkuð tíman hittast.
Og á Íslandi.
Og það hér.
Já.
Ég hélt alltaf að ef við myndum hittast að þá verði ég sem myndi ferðast halvan hnöttinn. Og það var líka, það draumur að fara út og heimsækja þorpið hennar og heimsækja mín styrktabörn. Af því að ég hef líka systabörn í tíbetsk í Indlandi. En ég hélt alltaf að það ég sem færi fyrst. Ef við myndum mögulega hittast eitthvað tíman. Þannig að
Þú skuldar heimsókn tilbaka núna.
Bara svo sannarlega.
Þú ert að undirbúa það. En hvernig var fyrir ömmu þig og þig sjálfa að hitta Sonam?
Bara ótrúlegt. Við vorum alveg að klípa okkur heil lengi. Eiginlega átti, bara á dauðamunum átti Jón. Já, maður eiginlega alveg orðlaus og fyrir það að hittast og ná að gera það aftur meðan amma þokkarlega hressa því hún að eldast eins og við gerum náttúrulega öll. Þá þetta bara, já, draumur sko, algjörlega.
Geggjað. Takk fyrir þetta, Rakel mín. Já, fyrir ekki, ég gleymdi. Já, þarna kemur myndin. Ég gleymdi að íta. Já, glæsilegar báðar tvær. Dýrmæt stund. En þá komum við á Sonam. Sonam, welcome to Iceland. Now you can finally talk, and I will start asking you. Can you tell us a little bit about your background before I start with the questions?
Okay, so I was born and brought up in India. My parents, they came from Tibet. I studied in SOS Children's Village in Ladakh, and later, after completing my class 10 secondary school, I moved to Dharamshala. And after completing my college, I now work in the Department of Education in Central Tibetan Administration in Dharamshala in India.
In an interview with the SOS Iceland magazine, you talked about that daughters in India can be a burden for parents compared to having sons. Is dowry, og dowry semst heimamundur sem að foreldra brúðarinnar þurfa að borga foreldrum brúðgumans á Indlandi. So is dowry still a problem?
Yes, it is a big problem in many of the conservative family in Indian society. However, for me, Tibetan family, Tibetan community in India, it's much, much less a problem. But having grown up in a family with many girls, 9 daughters, we always have this question from other family members, oh, again daughters, no sons, so we always have this reaction. However, when I went to college in south of India, during my college years, whenever my college friends, they asked me, how many sisters and brothers do you have? So I always had to answer, I have 2 brothers, 3 sisters, because I always wanted to show them, let them know that I have brothers, even if I do not have brothers, because I was not ready and confident for this, to let them know that, I belong to a family full of daughters, 9 daughters. So this, I think because of the cultural background, we always have this kind of burden for having only daughters in the family, but it's much lesser in the Tibetan community. But still, having grown up in the family with no sons, people still feel that, oh, they show the sympathy and pity there. Oh, no brothers, no sons in the family. So this reaction is there in the community.
What can you tell us about the lack of opportunities for girls in India?
There are many opportunities which is not available for the girls and women. Nowadays, people, as they get many opportunities and a lot of exposures, they feel that, men and women should get same opportunities. However, as we did not get the same opportunity when we grew up, but even if right now they said that, okay, you can play on the basketball ground anytime, still in my community in Dharamshala, after the office hours, you will see only men, boys playing on the basketball ground. You will not see any women or the girls playing on the basketball ground. Because when we were growing up, we did not have that confidence and experience and this habit of playing regularly or casually on the basketball ground. So even right now, there's no women or girls playing on the basketball ground, but people used to say that, see, we gave you the opportunity now, but you're not taking the opportunity. But for us, they say that, but when we were growing up, we did not have that opportunity. So obviously, there were low self-esteem, low confidence. Even if right now we get the opportunity, there's no confidence to go out, anytime on the playground. So this is still there.
It's still like that?
Yes.
Like the girls are not going out to play basketball?
Yes.
Was it difficult for you as a young child to arrive at the Leh-Ladakh SOS Children's Village and not be with your parents all the time?
For me, because as the situation or the conditions at the home was not very good with so many small children at home, admission in the SOS Children's Village and the facilities at the SOS Children's Village provided much happiness and warmth. But there is always feeling of longingness to go to home during the holidays, because we can go to home during the second Saturday once in a month to our home. Otherwise, whole year we stayed in the residential boarding school. But as the SOS Children's Village gave us so much opportunity, better facilities at the SOS Children's Village School, I did not feel sad staying at the SOS Children's Village. But there's always excitement to go back to home, once in a month to our own home and spend time with my other sisters and my parents.
Yeah, and you told me when I met you the other day that when you felt homesick, you could call your mom and ask her to come and visit for a... So
absolutely.
that probably was huge for your heart too. At least your mom could come whenever she wanted.
Absolutely, and there are some other students in our school who are day school. They can go back to their, after school. They go to home there. So I send them message through them that tomorrow come meet me, or tomorrow come bring bread from the home, or so I can send these kind of messages, message with them.
Yeah. What were the challenges of growing up as a Tibetan refugee settlement in Ladakh?
Okay, so this is, the problem is still there because as a refugee, as you do not have citizenship, every year we have to extend our residential permit every year. So I'm almost 40 years now. Every year we have to extend the residential permit. So now for the last 6 years, the system has changed. Central Tibetan administration officials requested the higher Indian authorities, and now after every 5 years, we have to extend the residential permit. So I still do not hold the passport of the Tibetan or the Indian citizenship. I have just IC, yellow book, which is called identity certificate. This is just a travel documents if I, travel abroad. And I have just a paper that shows, validity that after 5 years, again, I have to visit the offices and renew the residential permit to live in the India. So this is still the same situation.
What is the combination of the children like in the SOS villages? Most of them have biological parents alive, right?
Yes, in SOS children, some children are orphan, some are not, and many of the children are not orphan. However, children coming from the poor background, children coming from a family with many children grew up in the SOS village. So we cannot say that all are orphan or they do not have parent or single parent, but many of them have both a parent, but because of the poor family background, financial problem, many children in the poor, and the family, and that's the SOS provides support and help.
Mm-hmm. Are you still in contact with the children you grew up with in your SOS home?
Yes, because we still have WhatsApp group of our same class 10 groups, and also we have contact of the residential home. My SOS homemate, I still have regular contact with all my classmates and homemates. We say homemate, that's where, that's SOS children's home, homemate and then classmate. I still have contact with many of them.
What was it like growing up in a residential home or boarding school in SOS village?
For me, because it was always a happy place where I get warmth, and as I said earlier, I get a lot of opportunities, because even if sometimes, during winter, when we have 2-month winter holiday, we do have an option of going home. But still there is, sometimes we think, this year, am I going to 2 months winter holiday or not? Because if I stay back, then I will get this facility, wherein if I go home, I may not get this facilities. So sometimes we, choose to stay back 1 month holiday at the boarding school SOS home, where I get tuition, we get extra classes, and then co-curricular activities and support. And if you 1 month again, 1 month we choose to stay back, 1 month we go to home. So it is also optional for the SOS children whether to stay back at the SOS village during the 2-month holiday, or it is optional whether you want to go to your home and meet your parents and spend time with them. So there's always a liberty, and it's optional for the students.
Mm-hmm. How did the support in the SOS village help you pursue further studies and become an independent woman?
When I was young, I never had to worry, about my education, because as I received support from the Ingibjörgu through SOS Children's Village, I got the education, free education, not only free education, all kinds of facilities, right from the face cream to the socks, everything I got, uniform, because if my parent had to pay, they will not be able to pay this kind of facility to so many children. And also, even for 1 or 2 children, I think it will be very difficult to support because of the family background and financial condition at that time. So growing up, SOS gave all the support, and I finished, after I completed my class 10 senior secondary, I moved to Dharamshala, and when I went to college, again, I continued receiving support from Ingibjörgu through SOS Children's Village. And then I did, in between, I worked part-time job to support my 3 younger siblings, and then again, I pursued my teacher training. During that time, Ingibjörgu again sent me some pocket money. So throughout my life, education, I received very, very good support. Because of that reason, I was able to get a job, not only for myself, to support myself. I'm now able to support my family. I'm able to guide my younger siblings, as well as now I'm able to, as I'm working in the Department of Education and Central Tibetan Administration, I'm able to contribute back to my community, Tibetan community. So I'm able to, as I now work with a group of teachers, coordinating trainings and all these things. So I feel that, because of the education that I received in the SOS Children's Village, because of the support that continues not just for a few years, from young age till I completed my entire education, as I received continued support from the Ingibjörgu and SOS Children's Village, I'm now in a position not only to support myself, I'm able to see today, as I'm speaking now, able in this position, I think I'm able to do it only because of the Ingibjörgu and the support that I received from SOS.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever wondered how your life would have been if you haven't grown up in the SOS villages?
Absolutely, because when I was in Dharamshala, when I was, one day I was looking from the staff quarter and I can see several laborers, Indian laborers, and, I was able to, reflect and think about my life. If I had not received the education, because I could see the laborers working and also their children not admitting to school and taking the children to the, labor centers, labor site, I was, able to think that, I was just feeling grateful that because of the education that I received when I was younger and to do the further study, I'm now able to not only stand on my own feet to support myself, I'm able to kind of, to support me and my families, my friends and my communities, and for the bigger picture, Tibetan cause. So I think because of this education, the support that I received from SOS Children's Village and Ingibjörgu, I think this changed not only the life of me, this also supported kind of the cause of the Tibetan people.
Mm-hmm. It's like a chain reaction.
Yes, absolutely.
Einhver með einhverjar spurningar?
Ég meina spurningar.
Já.
Mér alltaf skilist, ég búin að styrktarforeldri í 20-30 ára, eitthvað rosalega langt, að það væri meir en eitt styrktarforeldri per barn. Það ekki?
Ég skal taka þetta. Það hefur verið hingað til aðeins eitt styrktarforeldri frá Íslandi með hvert barn. En hvert barn í SOS Barnaþorpi á að meðaltali 5 styrktarforeldra, SOS-foreldra. Það var verið að breyta þessu hvað varðar Ísland núna, bara fyrir nokkrum vikum. Þannig að í dag, og það fréttumyndin á heimasíðunni okkar, að í dag mega vera 2 íslenskir SOS-foreldrar hvert styrktarbarn. En þetta svona meðaltali 5 til 6 SOS-foreldrar þá bara víða heim sem eru 1 styrktarbarn.
Einhverjar fleiri spurningar úr sal? Já, yes. Gaman að það kemur úr salnum líka.
I was wondering because there are different, of course, parents for these children, and they get different kind of support. Like you got Ingibjörgu, and she gave you a lot of support, and maybe some other had less support. How was it? Was it in the, in the home? Did the kids talk about the support they got or compare with each other? Because, somebody have maybe more money to put monthly on the tab and things like that?
Children in the school do not know the exact money that you send because it goes directly to the school. The only thing children know is how, regularly you receive letters or parcels, or for me, in my case, cakes, birthday cakes. So in that terms, some children say, like, she's very lucky, she got this parcel. So this is something they talk a bit, but there's not much differences that some do not get at all, or some get too many. But even if someone maybe they get once or twice a year, they receive parcel from their sponsor, and some receive school bag and crayons or drawing books someday. So in my case, when I received the cake, I think Ingibjörg mentioned in her letter, I'm not very sure, but school staff make sure to cut the cake and instruct me that, okay, this is for your homemade, this is for your family, this is for your friends, to make sure that everyone get to taste the cake, so nobody feels, left out and sad.
Ingibjörg hún bakaði köku og sendi hana yfir halvan hnöttin í rauðu álboxi. Og þetta gerði hún í tilefni af afmæli Sonam. Og it might be fun to hear about it here in this room. That
Okay.
you never thought about that, you never knew when you had a birthday.
Yes.
But Ingibjörg made sure you remembered your birthday, and that's why she used to send you cake.
Right.
Took like 3 weeks to deliver.
I thought that was already told in the introduction. Okay. So I did not know my birthday. Even I did not know the birth date of my sisters, because there are so many. And my parents are illiterate, so of course they do not remember the birth date of any children. It's just that, it has to be on the paper with the school. So when I received the cake, because my birthday is in November, but when I get cake in February or March, because it takes several months, that time through mail, then I check my birth date, and people, that time I remember, okay, so I kind of realized the culture in other countries about celebration of the birthday. So otherwise, I think I never celebrated, and everyone in my classmate or family do not know their birthday. There's no celebration like today is your birthday and everyone claps. That was not there. So for me, birthday, when I received the cake this year, then I remember my birthday.
Ingibjörg knows how to make a cake. 3 months on the way. What did she use? But did you ever feel like it was? Were you aware of that? That the sponsors were getting letters about you, how you were doing in school and stuff. Watching you through the letters. Did you find it? Didn't you maybe just didn't think about it, or were you like, oh, weird? Somebody out in the world is thinking about everything I do, or just
No.
like.
So this is quite common in SOS village, because in SOS village in Ladakh, each sponsor has different, student has different sponsors. So every, it's kind of regular that we hear from the teachers and, matrons, home mothers, that, they always remind us, you really have to work hard, you have to study well, because there's someone in some other parts in the world who do not know you, who, has not seen you, still supporting you. So there's a constant reminder from all the directions. So everyone knows that there's some kind person, kind person who loves you and who, really want to support you. So everyone in the SOS Children's Village know that, you receive support, and the other person, generally Tibetan people think that, there's culture of, compassion and kindness in Tibetan people. And from the sponsorship, people know that, there are other person in other parts of the world, they are also very, very compassionate and kind to help you. So this is quite common understanding among the SOS Children's Village students.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hi. Hi, Sonam. Thank you so much for this talk. It's very, very informative and interesting. I just wanted to ask you, are you still in connection with some, did you have an SOS mother or the other kids that were staying there? Are you still in some connection?
The connection with the students of the SOS Children's Village?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do have contact with my homemates, with my classmates, with my batchmate. The good thing is that because of this sponsorship culture in the SOS Children's Village, there's always feeling of giving back to the community. Yeah. So every year there is a batch-wise. For example, I finished my class 10 secondary school in 2021. So my batch is 2021 batch. So every year, batch-wise, the school send the invitation. For example, they send the invitation to the 1999 batch, and next year they send the invitation to the 2000 batch. So the batch, what they will do is the group of people of that batch, they all create their own WhatsApp group, contact, and then they discuss what in next year when they send us invitation, what we are going to do and contribute back to school. So everyone gives kind of donation, and last year they, in one of the previous batch, all the their batchmates, they came together and they purchased a school bus for the school and gave to the school.
Wow.
Yes, and next batch again, what they did, they sat together and they said what we are going to do for the school, because that's our batch is going to be invited. So they, improve the campus of the kindergarten of the Leh-Ladakh. So now my batch is 2021 batch is coming together in 2026. So now we have already formed a WhatsApp group and started discussing what we are going to do when our batch gets invited in 2026 year during the school anniversary. So everyone, because there's no kind of limitation that you must give this amount. Everyone, according to their financial condition and interest, everyone contributes. Like previous year, what the batchmate, what they did was they improved the school library. So there's always kind of, this sponsorship culture in SOS village has taught the children that, giving back to the community. And our school motto is others before self. The school motto is others before self. Mm-hmm. So this has taught the SOS children the sense of belonging in the community and sense of giving not just to yourself and, just stand on your feet, but more than that, when you grow up and, they teach us there's a values taught in SOS Children's Village to, give back to the community. So this culture is there in the SOS Children's Village.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Spurning.
Hi. We're winning this table with questions. Not that it's a competition. Eva mentioned in her introduction that one of the benefits about sponsoring people in SOS Children's Villages is the opportunity for us to get to know different countries and different cultures. And then we heard also that this is your first time traveling somewhere else and commented on how lucky you've been with the weather. But what I'm curious to know on this trip is what kind of similarities have you discovered between your home and Iceland that maybe surprised you when you got here?
First thing I got from the aeroplane and this cold air. Ladakh is very, very cold place and there's chilled air. So first thing I felt is, okay, there's similarity in the weather condition. And the second is the clear sky, because you won't see this clear blue sky in other parts of India. Even in Dharamshala, though it's not very highly polluted area, but you will rarely see the clear blue sky. And also, definitely you will not see in other parts of India, but in Ladakh, you will see, okay, white cloud is white, not gray. And when we, learn in the, storybooks that sky is blue, definitely sky is blue in Iceland and Ladakh. So this is the two similarity. And also I've noticed that when I cross the roads, people are very, very polite that, even if you stop and let the car pass, still the car stops and let you pass. So I see that it's not just with one or two cars, because when I crossed, because I, for the last few days, I was just, me and my husband, son, we were going here and there walking because we enjoyed, walking here in the vast open area of the Iceland. And people, I see that there's always, even if they do not initiate the conversation, but I see that there's a kind of smile, greeting on the face of the people. That not grumpy face, definitely there's no grumpy face in Iceland. Everybody smiles when you meet, even if you don't know. And obviously people are very, very polite. So I see the politeness in people, friendliness, and I see the clear sky, and also the weather. There's a lot of similarity.
Enjoy the clear sky because it's going this weekend.
The first question I got when picking them up at the airport driving Reykjanesbraut was, are there any trees in this country?
We have few, very few. Are there a lot of trees in India?
Yes, there are a lot of trees. And in Ladakh, since it's a very dry and barren place, there's barely any trees. But people started planting whatever tree, if you see any number of trees in Ladakh, every tree was planted by people. But in Dharamshala, you will see a lot of trees on the hilly areas, not planted, but it's natural. You know, but in Ladakh, because of the effort of the people, even if you see some kind of greenery in the summer, it's every tree people make effort and planted that tree.
The same that we do in Iceland. We plant the trees so they will survive. Einhverjar fleiri spurningar áður en við förum að loka þessum skemmtilega fundi með henni Sonam?
Þau sáu eldgos.
Joke.
Did you like seeing the volcano?
Yeah, actually, I was a little worried that as we were planning, processing during the process of the visa, application, I was worried that if there's a volcano eruption, my visit may cancel. So I was a little worried. But later, when I, reached here and I saw the volcano eruption from the distance, I thought, okay, this is nothing to worry. So this is something regular situation. So I was relaxed. Otherwise, I was also back in the mind. I was a little worried because sometimes, for example, in other countries, if there's earthquake, the visit and everything, plane and everything gets cancelled, right? So I was a little worried that, because of the volcano eruption, if my visits, because this is the first time going away from India, right? Traveling to other countries. So for me, this is a very good opportunity. So I thought that if my visit gets cancelled, so I was a little worried.
You should have been worried if Eyjafjallajökull had woken up. That was when Eyjafjallajökull, gaus, erupted in 2010. Like Europe was cancelled because of all flights.
Yes,
so this is just like nothing compared to that.
Is it the first time outside India?
Yes, this is my first time traveling from India. Yes.
But not the last.
Hopefully.
Já, ég held að við séum búin að fara yfir svona flest, er það ekki, Hansi?
Ég held að það alltaf hægt að spurja endalausa spurninga og þá bara, núna síðasti séns til að spurja Sonam, en það er líka alltaf hægt að fara inn á sos.is og fara bara til dæmis í spurt og svarað. Það eru allar algengustu spurningarnar og þeim svarað. Og fullt af sögum bara úr starfinu og þetta sagan af henni Sonam held ég einhver svo magnaðasta sem að ég hef komist í tæri við síðan að ég byrjaði að starfa fyrir SOS fyrir 6 árum. Það eru margar fallegar og góðar sögur sem að sýna árangurinn af starfinu og allt við þessa sögu, allt frá því að Ingibjörg gekk inn á skrifstofun okkar fyrir einhverjum 3 árum, sagðist að fengi símtal frá Sonam. Það sem að hún var að tilkynna henni það með miklu stolti að hún hefði eignast son, verandi ein af 9 systrum. Og Ingibjörg kemur og tilkynnur okkur þetta. Ég vissi ekkert hver Ingibjörg var. Ragnar framkvæmdastjóri þekkti hana, mundi eftir grein sem hún hafði skrifað í fréttablað hjá okkur þarna 2008 þegar hún fór. Sagði mig frá þessu, ég las þessa grein og ég fór náttúrulega bara fullu í að reyna að hafa upp á Sonam. Þannig að ég gæti sett mig í samband við kollega hjá SOS á Indlandi sem hafði upp á tölvupóstinum hennar. Þannig að ég gæti sendt henni post og hún svaraði bara strax. Og I was just telling them about how I got in touch with you, got your email, and how it all started.
Okay.
Og síðan hefur þessi saga bara undið upp á sig og tekið á sig stærri mynd og eiginlega bara að ná hápunkti núna, hér og nú.
Þannig að ef það ekki fleiri spurningar, then Sonam, it's been absolutely wonderful to... Yeah?
Sonam just wants to say something
before
we close.
Do it, Sonam, do it.
And today, as I'm sitting, as I've come to Iceland and sitting here in front of all of you, I'm sure, you all have, are highly experienced, well-educated, and coming from a small family, background and small village, now talking to you all with little nervous is all because of the education that I received from the SS Children Village. I'm a little nervous. emotional, I would say. But I wanted to thank SOS Children's Village. I really want to thank SOS Children's Village Iceland for arranging this visit. They really took time and energy because this has been very, very long process because this is my first travel and making it very, very easy for me, my son and my husband, and this has been best experience. I'm always an emotional person, so sorry for this. But this is happy tears and I really do not want to miss the opportunity to thank the SOS Children's Village Iceland and Ingibjörgu, and I really want to thank Regul for coming and all of you for coming here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonam. Thank you. Og ég held að þetta séu bara frábær loka orð frá Sonam. Ég ætla ekki að lengja þetta meira. Sonam, it's been absolutely wonderful to get the opportunity to listen to your story. You're an amazing person and you have an amazing life ahead of you.
Thank you.
Takk fyrir komin allir og já, þarna kemur þetta. Þannig ég bara þakka fyrir okkur, fyrir hönd SOS Barnaþorpanna og ætli Sonam verði ekki hérna eitthvað aðeins áfram ef þið viljið spjalla við hana í rólegheitum. Þannig að bara takk fyrir komuna.